All right, well, good morning, guys. It's about dark 30 this morning. I don't usually go to work this early. Just years of working in people's houses while they were living there. I guess I started about 8 o'clock. So woke up about 3:30 this morning, got up, did some paperwork stuff, watched a couple YouTube videos. I'm like, screw it, I'm gonna go over here and start painting at Marietta. So that's where I'm at. Looks like they loaded up all the lights except for this one. So I'm gonna get a few lights on, then I'll show you around real quick. Okay, so I know the lighting is probably not gonna be great, but it is what it is. I just wanted to get a quick video, show you where we're at. We've got all the trim sprayed, all the doors sprayed, all these windows are sprayed, although they are looking a little bit yellow, so I may have to do some touch up on those with some oil-based paint. But this door is got 2 coats on it, but it looks all right. But we decided, because these cabinet doors go up so high, there was no good way to tape those off and spray that trim. So we brushed 1 coat on it yesterday. I'm gonna probably do that first thing this morning. And we're gonna get the ceilings painted this morning. I still gotta build another panel for that and trim it out. I completely forgot about that. So we may leave this ceiling off for now. I don't think I did a video of me making this little face frame, but got this built. We just did this. There's no point in building the full cabinet here. Thing's all out of square anyway. So I just built a face frame. By the time the top's on here, these are just going to be false fronts on the top right here, and then 4 doors. You'll never know this is not a real cabinet. So I just took some of that cold molding and I basically, on top of that, where that concrete used to be, there's 2 treated 2x4s. And I got a piece of 1/2-inch plywood on top of that, and then just to trim it out because it wasn't square, I just used that cold molding, caulked it, and painted it. I think it looks good. So I still got to paint the doors and the false fronts there, and then put it all together. But we got a little bit of touch up to do. I can see a little bit of red showing through where we use that Bondo. Of course, under this light, it's probably going to show through, but so a little bit of touch up trim paint to do there. This room's all ready to be finished painted. So same thing in here. This is all ready. So we got, the other day, we were getting ready to do the first coat of paint, the first coat of trim paint, and we were trying to find this door, because I'm just painting it in place, painting the hinges and everything. And so we started trying to put doors in this hole, and we couldn't find a door to fit. We're like, how did we lose a door? So anyway, long story short, after about, I don't know, 45 minutes to an hour of looking for a door that doesn't exist, Brandon decided to pull up the listing from where this house was sold, and in the pictures, there's no door here. So I guess we all forgot that there was no door here. So now we got to figure out what we're going to do about the door here. There is a 24-inch door that came from that other door that was over there that we took out where there was that closet. So I may try to mortar some new hinges and make it fit. And it is a left-hander. No, it's a right-hander. We need a left-hander here. So anyway, got to figure all that out. These ceilings they look way more yellow now than they did. So I hope they're going to cover with just regular paint. So we got a little bit of stuff to do before we're ready on walls. I want to go through and do a touch up, but this is what we're dealing with anyway. I'm sure that this is paneling on the bottom, drywall on the top. Somebody's done just a horrendous job of mudding it, but she doesn't want to fix anything like that. Anyway, I'm going to get to work before I waste my whole extra time I woke up early for this morning and walking around with this camera in my hand. So anyway, I'll update you on this one later on. All right, what's up? I'm back at Marietta. So we've been busy the last couple days painting. This paneling is a real pain to paint, and it looks like garbage. I don't know why we didn't tear this stuff out, but I can only do what I can do. I recommended that we tear the paneling out. I really did, but I don't write the checks. Anyway, this ceiling is done. We've had to put 2 coats on it. I came in real early yesterday and put a coat on all the ceilings that I could, and this was one of them. And just some spots didn't cover, so we had to do this again. We still got to do another coat on the walls in here. Another coat on the walls in here. This ceiling is done. Then she called me last night and kind of threw a curveball at us. It's going to kind of mess us up a little bit. She wants me to turn this closet right here into a lockable closet. So this ceiling being as low as it is, I can't get a regular pre-hung door to go in that hole because it's, I forget now, it's like 77 and something inches, and smallest door I can get is 80. So I would have to take too much off the bottom of that door and it would look weird. So I bought a door slab. So I think I can take off enough off the top and the bottom. It's not bored. It doesn't. The hinges aren't mortised or anything. So I'm gonna have to do all that. So I think I can take enough off the top and the bottom to make it look normal, and then mortise my hinges, bore my lock set holes, and I'm just gonna build a custom door jamb, which I have done that before. I did that out at the lake house video. If you haven't seen that, you should go watch that one. That turned out really good. I'll link to it right here. But so anyway, she wants a 36-inch door here, so I got to build that and then just build this wall over it. I'm going to try to do it so that I can maybe put some shiplap here or something like that to make that look good. I'm not exactly sure what we're going to do yet, but I do not want to have to tear all this out if we can help it. So, and then I'll have to come in here and build a little divider wall right here and just slap a piece of paneling on there or something. It doesn't have to look pretty. And this is just because this is going to be an Airbnb. You want to keep extra sheets and toilet paper and stuff like that you don't want. It's basically just to keep the honest people from stealing your stuff. So if you don't want people to run off with it, you put it in your lockable closet. Most Airbnbs have a spot like that. So anyway, I'm not sure if I showed you this yet, but I had to build this door all out. This switch is in a terrible place. But there just wasn't much I could do about it. It's one of those things, we just kind of had to live with it. So this is all Bondo on this side. I think I have shown this, but you can't tell by looking at it, that's not a solid piece of wood. So I think that turned out as good as it can. So kitchen is all done. Was just finished painting the walls again, so they may look a little funny in a few spots, but I just put this ceiling fan up here and this light while I was kind of waiting on them to finish up some painting. These ceilings back here are all done, but they are still wet as they can be. So I painted these. These are the ones I came in real early and painted, and we had stains coming through. Even though I had already treated them with some oil-based stain blocker, the stains were still coming through. So I bought some of this stuff because you can't get oil-based kills right now, which is what I would have liked to use, but bought some of this stuff. Brandon rolled it on these 3 ceilings earlier, first thing this morning basically. And then after lunch, he put another coat on them, and they're just really slow to dry. So that Zinsser stuff says it's okay to be coated after 1 hour, and it was more than an hour after he coated it, but it's just really slow to dry. It's been probably 3 hours since he put this coat on here. So anyway, these walls still need to be coated again. These walls still need to be coated again. The closet should be done. Just got to put the shelves back up in there, and I guess she's going to put some kind of a curtain there. I don't know. The bathroom, all it's been is primed, sanded, and the first coat of color on it. So I got all my measurements for this door today. I'm going to mortise new spots for the hinges on an old door that we had left over. This little cassette that goes in here on these old antique lock sets, you can take it out and you can flip this over so it can be used either way. So I took the one on that door apart, flipped it over, got it working again the opposite way, because if I said this in the other video, but we need a left-hander here, and the door we have was a right-hander, so I had to flip that over to make it work, and then I'll mortise the hinges out. So we got this trimmed out and painted. We got the countertop is in. I've got the faucet all hooked up. All that's working. That space is just so bad out of square because this wall runs bad off and that wall runs off. And So we got a gap here, but that'll be covered once we put the side splash on. So, and then there's a gap on the back over there, and we'll cover that once we put the side splash on. The only thing I can think of how I could have got this cut accurately would have been if I had something like a set of stair tread gauges. I don't know if you've ever seen those, but you can actually, it's for cutting stair treads. You put them in and then you adjust it, and then you can make a mark and it'll be exact. But so I still got to paint the doors, but I got to find some hinges, and I want to mount the doors, and then I'll take them back off and paint them. So that's it. We're almost done painting here. So we got to paint the bedroom walls one more time, paint these walls one more time, but we didn't mess with those since we got to do this and whatever, and paint those walls one more time, and then we're pretty much going to be done with painting. Definitely seeing the light at the end of the tunnel on this one now, so I'm going to get on out of here. It's Friday. It's a little like 3:30 or something, and kind of had enough for today. So I will catch you guys up on this one later on.